so we can keep on sending 2 people. Like, oh, since there's 2 of you, can we do Facebook Live videos?
I could try.
Hey, since there's 2 there, can you get the post-game press conference?
What you want me to do, my job?
Yeah.
What I'm good at?
Yeah. That's all. I'm happy that we're both here, so.
I'm happy when I come back.
Yeah.
They looked at it, I think. Yeah.
Look what was on my side, but I don't look like you can tell.
Yeah, you couldn't tell by the up cam.
Right, I have where you can see the puck, the right pad, and the pad goes over it, and the pad goes back.
Oh.
I didn't know when the whistle was.
Yeah, you couldn't tell what.
Good photo of you today. Thank you.
So it was such a tight game for so long. What opened up for you there in the last 50 minutes? Was it just desperation on your part, or more than that?
What's the question, Portsy?
What opened up for you there offensively in the last 10 minutes?
We got some guys to play.
Say it.
We got some guys to play.
You didn't like the energy level for the first 50?
I've loved the energy level, but we have to make plays too.
How much did you just need to see a goal go in? Seth getting the one, and obviously took the replay. What kind of lift did that give you just to see one go in?
You know the answer. Don't ask stupid questions right now, guys. Ask me some questions that mean something, not that you have the answer to.
John, you said you got some guys to play. Can they, that intensity that they have, that desperation, can that be created for 60 minutes?
Absolutely. I have no problem with the intensity of our club, right on through. It's just that we need guys being more creative and making more plays throughout a 60-minute game.
Can you draw on that last 10 minutes?
Absolutely. Not the last 10 minutes. Throughout the game. We had a problem at the beginning of the third. After 2 periods, although we didn't create a bunch of offense, we didn't give them much either. The surge in the third, we came back. Absolutely. Things happen for a reason. We have chances to tie it again. Doesn't. Things happen for a reason. And I truly believe that. We'll be back here for Game 7.
John, you also got contributions from Kukin getting the goal, Zingle coming back, getting the lineup, getting the goal. It's felt like as the game went on,
We had some lines to get some
Exactly.
offense. Yeah, we found some lines that were going to give us some offense, and we'll get ready to play Game 6.
You guys obviously went with 7 defensemen tonight. Gavrikov did not look out of place out there.
He was fine.
Yeah, you liked
He was
the way
fine.
he played
Yeah.
out there.
You said that you'll be back here for Game 7.
We will.
What gives you the confidence that you'll be
Because
Game
we
7?
will.
We will be on the ice again Monday. We'll have this full morning skate at 10:30. We'll probably have towards about 10:15. So full skate 10:30. Travel safe.
Well, that was quick. I'm sorry.
Check, check. Check, check, check. This one. Check, check, check. Check.
Good.
Riley, can you try again?
Check, check, check. Sarah can try that.
That's a lot better, right?
Check, check.
That's fine.
Check, check.
Riley, just use this one, the bigger one. Or the bigger one box, or plug into the other one.
Austin and Marcy.
I'm keeping you up, Ollie. I'm keeping you up, Ollie. That's my bedtime talk.
You guys could just wait for the mic before asking your questions. We'll open it up. Joey on the right. Coach, when you get two specific plays by younger guys, Charlie blocking that shot, Brando making that play on Panarin and moving up the ice in that game-winning goal, how does that really help you guys?
Well, it's huge. I mean, we need everybody to contribute. Those guys play a lot of minutes. Osternak's a young guy. We talked about that the other day. Came through for us. Connor Clifton, young guy, makes a hell of a play to Marshy. So these young guys were able to rise up to the moment. Big contributors to the win. And you have to, if you're going to win it this time of year, because they're young guys that have played in our lineup. Jake did it last year for us. And I think, like I said, we're not going to advance if those young guys freeze. Brandon had a moment there in the second period that, he had to sort of reset himself, and good for him. We'll help him through that, but the individual has to be able to find his game, and he did. So, like I said, that's critical for us, that those guys won.
This postseason, you've talked a lot about Bergeron line and them getting going. 5-on-5 possession tonight. They had that great shift for third period. Is this the best they've looked, in your opinion, as a line?
Yeah, I think tonight was an excellent game for them. They got going game 4 up in Columbus. When you're offensive guys and you're players like those guys that put a lot of pressure on themselves to lead, both production-wise, effort-wise, details. If it doesn't go your way, there's a level of frustration. They're human. So now they break through the other night, and tonight now they're back to feeling good about themselves. And listen, you've seen them, Ty, around here. They're dominant when they're on, and they're very good even when they're not on. So if they start feeling it, it's a tall task for the other team. Now they're not going to win every battle, because the opposition has good players as well that go through the same. But those guys are elite players in the league, and yes, to answer your question, they were very, one of their, if not their best game, certainly close, and it came at a good time, and credit to them too, to understand the situation we're in, and we're in the other night. They started the process of us digging out of a deficit.
On the right.
Over here on the wall, sort of along those lines, between the lengthy goal review tonight, where maybe nothing was visually evident, in the puck off the net the other night, moments that could have been turned into excuses your team has responded well to. What have you seen on the bench and, more importantly, on the ice that's prevented?
Well, we had a Matthews call too in Toronto. Didn't go our way in Game 5, so we had to dig out of that. At the end of the day, I think our guys are very resilient. On the bench, of course, you're upset with the call, but at the end of the day, most of the time, it's on those long ones, it's like, hey, whatever happens here, we got to be ready to go out of this face-off, whether it's at center ice or our end. And most of the time we are. I thought we bounced back well from that call. Scored the next goal. Seemed to have it under control. Clearly we did. They made a couple of high-end plays, but that's our group. We're resilient. We've battled through a lot this year. We came back from being an elimination game on the road against a good team. We've battled through injuries all year to keep our position in the standings. So our guys are pretty good at that. Credit to the veteran guys in the room, and even the younger guys we talked about. Their contribution. They're learning to play through this as well for young guys to keep their composure.
On the left. Go ahead.
Hey,
Yep.
you talk about a level of frustration, so Pasternak scores a goal like that, can that sort of turn his whole thing around? Does that happen on one goal for one guy?
Oh, I think the goal, game 4 tonight? I think game 4, that goal was big for him. And the last one where he shot it. So clearly shooting the puck well. He had a few burps with it along the way. So we talked a bit about our power play today. Maybe not getting into certain spots or trying to stay static and where he's comfortable. But obviously the goal off the rush helps him. I'm glad he didn't overthink it. Shot it. Went to net in the other one. So yes, I believe it helped. I think it started the other night. Now I also believe David was okay. Obviously, like everyone else, he's putting pressure on himself. But he's a good kid. He's a pretty even-keeled kid, if you get to know him at all. So he's always going to fight through it. He's not going to disappear. Took a huge hit the other night, bounced back and scored right after that. So he's a competitive guy. But like a lot of scores, they need something good to happen for them generally to start the ball rolling, and happened the other night, continued tonight.
Fluto on the left.
Bruce, Columbus has pretty good chances in the second period. How do you think it affected your team the way Tuukka was able to hang in and make the saves that he did today?
Yeah, we've had some second period issues managing the puck, and then you don't get the change on the back end. But Tuukka, listen, you don't advance without excellent goaltending, timely saves. We got it right to the last 15 seconds out of him. So second period, yes, he kept us above water. I think it happened the other night in Columbus as well. He was good in that period when we weren't as good. In the third period, we started checking well again, and we're able to close the deal the way we've typically done it this year. So that is an area of concern with our club second periods. How to manage the puck better, put it in good spots, we can get fresh legs out there, not lose 2 or 3 on the forecheck, 2 on the forecheck, 1 to a line change. All of a sudden, the odd man rushes start happening. That's something we'll address again, but easier said than done to fix.
Take one more. If there's one more. Quarter on the left.
With them dressing 11 forwards, they went really heavy on Panarin. It seemed like he was out there a ton. What was you already asked that question. Oh, okay. Sorry. What was the plan to deal with that, and how hard is it to deal with a guy like that who's out there, quite a bit more than
Well, if he gets double shifted, I don't think we hard matched tonight at all. We were confident with our 4 lines. The plan seemed to work till about 6 minutes to go in the game, whatever. Well, it's just up to the right Deeks. He plays his off to make sure they account for him. He hides very well. That seam pass, we were able to take it away for the most part. The tying goal hit Brandon's foot, actually, and he was responsible for that lane. He was in it. So we did a good job there. Just our forward didn't read off Brandon and close the play out to the point, unfortunately. So, listen, he's a high-end player. He's going to get his chances. If we can minimize the damage, we try to do that starting on the power play or our penalty kill. Didn't work out that way in game 2 for us. We learned our lesson, so we've been, I think, much better at limiting his touches or how much time and space he's going to have. So, but that's the way it is every series. We dealt with Marner, Matthews. They're dealing with Pasternak, Marshy. It's just part of the game. And then when it all breaks down, you hope you're not hope, but you rely on your goaltender to make a good save, and he's able to do that a lot.
Thanks, everyone. Players will be up shortly to the podium. Brad and Pasternak will join us shortly. First question. Front left.
Brad, first of all, do you believe in momentum? And second of all, do you feel like you guys have some right now, given the way that you played?
Right. You did score, and as you there, I saw you shake your head as you just said. Did you feel frustrated?
He just from that spot coming across with that glove. On that first, just the fact that I was shaking my head.
You put it right for the first one.
It went in wherever it went in. Anything tonight has to do with next game.
Just right.
Steve, on the left.
David, was there any sense of relief for you tonight with some of the weight you've been carrying to have such a huge impact on this game?
Not really, obviously it's nice to score goals, but at the same time, always try to help out the way, and obviously we had a good game as a line, and that's why, pick each other up when it's most needed.
Response to that?
No.
Yep, Ty on the left.
Overall, as a line, how did you go tonight? It felt like this was probably one of the better games, if not your best, at 5-on-5.
Yeah, I think it was a great game. We were building our game. A lot of thinking every single shift.
It's funny how you say we had a great game tonight, but other games we had more opportunities than we did tonight. We just happened to go in tonight, so it's funny how you dictate a good game from a bad game.
Sean in the back.
For either one of you or both, throughout the season we've heard about how resilient this team has been throughout all the adversity. What is it that makes this team so resilient?
Marshy is a bit crispy tonight. No, we went through a lot this season, a bunch of injuries, and just believe in one another, and every time someone was out, the other guys step up, and I would say it comes to belief, and we're a great team so far. We are not done. We have to enjoy it tonight, but regroup tomorrow and focus for Game 6.
We'll take two more, starting on the front right.
Dave, you asked a few minutes ago about the pressure and the weight and all that coming into this game, but can you just sort of go back to that and what one goal and one good game and how you can use that to move forward to the rest of the series and the rest of the postseason?
To be honest, I think the only one who's putting pressure on us is you guys, just playing hockey and trying to win and play for one another, and it doesn't matter who scores, and the hockey is a team sport, and that's how we are thinking.
Last one, middle.
Brad, how good is it to sort of see Pasta finish his chances and really come through in the clutch in tonight's game?
It's inevitable. You give that guy opportunities every game, they're going to go in. He's done it all year. He's been a huge player for our group, and he continues to be. So, these are the things that we've come to expect out of him to show up in the big moments, and he continually does.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, tomorrow's media availability is going to take place at Hanscom, so we'll send out details about that.